Yeah, it was an insane amount of gold. Meanwhile, the enemy team had to play like AM and split push, and it was like, all right, they're not going to win this game. This game's going to go on for another 30 minutes, but it's just over already, which was really frustrating. So
AM doesn't seem like a hero to me that would function well in this meta. He's just like a side lane hero who needs complete free farm
yeah,
and is really good against solo offlaners. That just screams to me that that hero sucks. Even though he's gotten buffed, like I think if you take that current anti-mage and you put him in the last patch, he'd probably be pretty strong. But this isn't the last patch. That's why you see heroes like Troll Warlord being picked up. These heroes that can actually deal with these dual lanes a little bit better. And if you do get an advantage in the lane, like you and I casting, we've seen Troll 1v2 in some scenarios, just diving the tower, not giving a single fuck, killing everybody because he gets that lead. Like if you can get to the Aquila phase boots without, you just buy a bunch of regen, get to the Aquila phase boots, he can actually do really, really well against a lot of these aggressive lanes.
yeah,
I don't know if it's just the heroes that are being picked, that he's pretty good against them, because, you know, something like a Batrider typically would destroy a troll, but that hero's not getting picked at all. There's a lot of heroes that would destroy a troll that just, they're not getting picked right now. So I feel like in the current meta, troll is just a really great battling safe laner. That's really a good word. Like you battle with the safe laner. Gyro as well, which is, you see it banned here. I think Gyro is great at fighting against these aggro dual lanes, which is funny because Gyro was being picked in the previous patch and previous couple patches for a completely different reason. Like he could kill solo offlaners, but he's also really great at battling as well. Yeah. How many dual offlanes have we seen feed a Gyro?
A fair bit, I would say. I think that that is a very common thing we've seen over the past few days. What I do want to talk about, because you mentioned like certain types of heroes. There's a lot of battling heroes, but I've seen a lot of Spectres recently too, and I think it depends. Like I've seen like a numerous amount of Spectres play this like defensive tri lane. And that seems interesting to me because that's one of those hard forming heroes. You don't think of Spectre as a battling hero, but when you...
I actually think that she's kind of a battling hero now, like with the buffs.
Yeah.
I think she... It's weird. It's weird because you wouldn't think it, but she actually lanes, like, dude, I'm telling you, that hero just daggers, and it hurts. Like, it hurts. I feel like Spectre's always running at me when I'm in a lane and just takes no damage, and you buy 3 mangoes, 9 tangos, you have a ton of regen.
Well... Here's what I think about Spectre is that, like, there's a lot of good heroes that hit these timings, like Phase Drum for Gyrocopter, like Troll getting Phase Aquila, like you mentioned, and Razor getting, like, Treads Drum and all that stuff. There's a lot of really good battling timings for these heroes. For Spectre, it's a little later. But the thing is, when she does get, like, Phase Aquila and then Radiance, as soon as you hit Radiance on that hero and you hit your R button, you literally win a fight. It's impossible to pretty much lose a fight unless you mess it up royally.
Oh, yeah,
like, it actually, it essentially, once you get that Radiance and you take a fight at the right time and the right sort of initiation, you win the game, essentially, right there, because there's no way to fight into a Radiance Spectre early on into the game when you don't have the items you need to actually deal with that hero. And then you get more farm for the Spectre into Manta and then into Heart of Trask or whatever you want to build after that, and you become unkillable. And then that's really an issue. We saw a game yesterday where Morphling got free farm. Spectre got just as much free farm. And let me tell you, guess who won that fight? It was the Spectre. And also because I guess they did a really good job of locking down the Morphling as well. But
I kind of get what you're saying. You're basically saying that, like, maybe she doesn't necessarily battle as well as these other heroes, but when she comes online...
When she's online, yes, exactly.
Boy, does she really come online, and she's so strong that it kind of makes up for it.
Yeah.
I think I'm inclined to agree with that she's kind of, although we didn't see her getting picked up here, but I definitely think that she can battle a little more than she used to be able to, which makes up for the fact that she comes online a little bit later, but obviously she's always been so strong when she gets that Radiance. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But now she can actually kind of battle early, so I think that makes up for it. And then Drow, that is a hero that can't really battle early.
That's a hero that I don't really like right now. I think they buffed her a little bit, but I still think she's awful in lane. I think she has a really tough time last hitting, especially if she has any pressure on her whatsoever. She doesn't do really any damage in the beginning of the game. You know, you have to actually get treads in level 6 in order to be effective and do damage. I also think she can get jumped on by both the Clockwork, the Wind Ranger, and the Ember Spirit, and she could die rather easily, even with Gust.
And Troll when he gets the Blink.
Exactly. That was also something I was
thinking
of.
Build.
Yeah, the Blink for the Troll Warlord. He's got to jump on her. She's just going to die. There's nothing like she can do. Not to mention the evasion, which will come out with the Whirling Axes. So I think this is they have an Nature's Prophet, they have a Puck, they have a Leshrac, they have a Drow, so they have really good push. I don't know if they're going to get to that point. I also think Taskus Titans is probably just a better team overall. So this is going to be a tricky game for this Drow Ranger.
Sometimes you can see these Drow strats just do really well in the lanes, and then all of a sudden it looks like the enemy team is just so bad, when really it's just Oh my god, these chat wheels.
Oh, it's great.
It's getting so excessive.
No, it's great.
Anyway, memes aside, I think that the drow sort of lineup can seem so much stronger than it is, because if you do hit a power spike early on in the game because you lane really well. So let's say the Sand King Leshrac lane does really, really well. They can just take every single tower, take Roshan, end the game, and it's over. Actually, it's interesting. This is a support Nature's Prophet, not a
Oh, the
not a
4.
core.
Yeah, you know, I've seen this a lot recently. We actually saw it in a few pro games. At the beginning of this tournament, it happened a fair amount. The one person that I know that really loves the 4 position or 5 position Nature's Prophet is Trent. He actually loves this hero, playing it in his support role, because he loves sniping couriers. He loves, you know, finding kills by TPing in. It's interesting, you know. Plus, he has really good base damage, and he has a Blightstone to boot as well. So he actually can harass very effectively in this offlane, or the safe lane.
It's definitely good. People even pick this a lot without the Drow Ranger. They don't need the Drow, but it's just weird when you see a Drow lineup. You typically would assume that the Nature's Prophet generally goes into the offlane, just because that's historically how it's been. But you're right. In the past few patches, this hero has been played as a 4 role.
Yeah.
A bit of a 4 role. It's weird. Like when you pick this hero, you're typically picking it where you have another 4 role hero, like for instance, like a Sand King or a Leshrac, where neither hero is really the 4 or the 5. You just kind of do whoever has a better game ends up becoming the 4.
Right.
And I think that's a pretty good spot for him to be in.
This is gonna be an offlane Wind Ranger for Bimbo. Or is it RR? RR usually plays offlane, so maybe he's the one that's getting farmed. Yeah, he's going to go for Quelling Blade.
Getting Quelling Blade, so yeah.
Yeah, he needs it too against the Sprout. And also, he's taking a lot of harass now, so this is kind of a tricky offlane. It's a lot of damage. Meanwhile, they're going to find this Leshrac bottom, but the Burrow Strike comes down into the Split Earth. That's the combination that can really do some work in this lane. You can't really get kills until like level 2 or 3, you know, even with the double stun that you have.
Although that's gonna be like 3 tangos that Troll needs to use.
Yeah, it's a lot of regen. He did buy a lot though. He got 2
The line
sets
might be dead.
Yeah, he's okay. I might have spoke too soon. He has no sticks.
Well, that's the one hero. That's the one hero that can be killed.
That's true. Line's very squishy, so it doesn't help
so
that he's in
squishy.
this safe lane alone with the Troll. So
Yeah, Troll's not gonna be too happy with that, because you know we talked about this during the draft. This is the sort of hero that can really crush if he gets a bit of an advantage, even against like a super strong dual lane.
but this is a tough dual lane, to be fair.
This one has kind of been a classic the last few days.
Yeah, people are picking
Always
it up a
dual
lot.
offlane.
It's one of those lanes that it's good at harass, but it's even better at getting kills when you actually get levels. You know, instead of just like, you know, spamming Arcane Bolt on Scarith Mage, you're actually getting kills with Burrow into Split Earth.
Yeah. The way I like to kind of try to understand it in my own head is that it's not necessarily about. Oh, they actually killed the
that shouldn't have happened.
Nature's Prophet. What? How'd that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I was not watching. I saw him run after him at first, and I just thought, okay, well, he's just gonna
Is
harass
this
him.
just a solo?
Yep. Just a solo
That's not
kill.
good.
Puck is
not
going to take
good.
some damage. Puck doesn't have an orb. He's going to have to Fairy Fire, and Jamesy cannot dive, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would have been a very big kill. And now Jamesy might be dead, actually. Yep, he is. Fearless gets the kill, and the range creep comes out, gets an auto attack as well, and that is very unfortunate. A good Fairy Fire for Fearless, and a smart play to get back to his tower, even without orb.
God, those tower hits were just the bane of his existence there. Like, just one too many.
Skimberloo's going to try to find MyPro. Split Earth does come out, but the line is still fine. He has Hex up. They can maybe get this kill on a Boom Bell. He doesn't have his Burrow Strike for another 3 seconds. He does have boots, but he's not fast enough to get away. The Lightning Storm Slow will not save him. All right, that's a pretty big kill. And Skimberloo is still getting farm in this lane. So it's not like this is complete disaster for Troll. He's still having a pretty great time right now.
This definitely feels like one of those lanes that I was talking about, where it's like this Troll is going to slowly but surely become a little more powerful than the Sand King Leshrac, and then it's going to get to the point where they actually can't lane against him. I don't know what it is about this hero, but I always see him in pubs. He just tends to do well against these dual lanes for whatever reason.
He's just strong. The
I guess
range
he's just-
axes is also really good.
Yeah, he's just
Like, if this was a melee hero, he'd have a rough time. Speaking of having a rough time, he might die here.
does he die to
He's
this?
pretty tanky. Earthspike comes out. They need another Burrow Strike, which is up in 3. I think he's dead.
He's got magic one though.
I think they can still split Earths. Yeah, he's just
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
There's just
Okay.
they have too many spells to use, and
Spoke too soon.
good effort.
Although this is one of those dual lanes where I would think that it wouldn't be the case where Troll does well, because it like we were saying earlier, this is one of those dual lanes where you don't just harass. Like, there's real kill potential, and if you come back, they'll just kill you over and over and over again. And because it costs so little mana, they can just keep doing it, and it's not going to hurt their laning.
How is drow getting so much CS in this lane?
I think the Nature's Prophet is just doing a lot of harass. Like, these treants are doing work.
It feels like drow actually has an animation once you get a kill and also damage. Like, whenever I play drow, I always feel like I'm not doing the damage that I think I should be doing, and I also just, the animation sucks. It just seems better now for some reason.
Drow was, I believe Drow was recently buffed.
She was.
I think
it was her base damage, I believe.
They gave base damage, right? So, at the
But
very
it was
least,
like
she's
3 or something.
yeah, she's lasting a little bit better.
I mean, this is before she hits 6, then she hits that, and then you're just going to die in this lane. Like, you won't be able to stand up to the damage that she has with marksmanship.
Oh yeah, especially with the Nature's Prophet.
Yep.
It's kind of like they have the treants to make the damage intense in the early game, and then in the later stages, the laning phase, the aura.
Rior in trouble. Another Burrow Strike, but they don't have mana for it. Rior's going to mango look for an Earth Spike of his
He's got a
own.
mango.
My Pro is probably dead, and is, as Rior gets the last auto attack, and now they're going to turn on the Boom Bell as well, although they're TPing in Lion Axe, but he TPs into the trees. And he's, I think,
I don't
dead,
know about
actually.
this,
yeah, he's going to
actually.
get first hit bash and Whirling Axe down and killed.
I'm
Boom
pretty
Bell
sure
will Burrow
Senkin
Strike.
dies here too,
Yeah,
if
he
I'm
doesn't
not
do enough
wrong.
damage.
Oh,
Burrow Strike doesn't do any damage. They missed the Earth Spike, though. The Whirling Axes will hit. They need a
I think
Hex.
he dies too.
Yeah, he's just dead. They just fed 3 kills to this Troll Warlord, I'm pretty sure. 2 of them to Rior, but still, that's fine. They could go Shrine now, one of the most efficient shrines you're going to see. Very nice shrine, and an aggressive tip comes out. Excellent.
That's dirty.
Nice.
That was some spicy tipping going on.
I like it.
Big old spicy tip.
I like when teams do that. Meanwhile, at top lane, they find a Shackle Shot, but do they have the damage? Dog Brain
He can
should be
gust
pretty
him out,
killable.
maybe?
They do have Gust.
Oh, he Gus.
He misses the Clockwork. They need a couple more auto attacks, though. And the Flare gets the job done for R. He's a little far up, though. He's no regen, no stick charges. He might want to buy out before he dies. Well, he actually might not die. He's pretty speedy, and the Boom Bell Sand King missed him. And Bimbo's going to back up to the tower as well. So very big kill, taking down the Drow Ranger, you know. Suddenly, Taskus Titans find a couple of kills. Jamesy has a haste rune. They're going to look for My Pro bottom.
Oh, he's
Whirling
so
Axe
dead.
comes
He's so
out. They
squishy.
miss the Split Earth. Yeah, this is the problem with this Leshrac hero, is that he dies
This is
very
so
easily.
easy.
Although Jamesy needs to be very careful. The tower shot's hurting him, but he should be fine.
He loves eating those tower hits, doesn't he?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Leshrac feels like he's paper thin after that.
Speaking of
change
paper
to-
thin, Rior is also paper thin. What a jaunt. That's a little
Oh, yeah.
too aggressive of a jaunt. Also, still gets the kill. He went behind the tower, like, flew right past the line. Doesn't matter. They still get the kill with Boom Bell securing it, so that sucks for them.
You know, the puck actually doesn't have any points in phase shift, and I believe that's because it takes off the Ember Shield, but it's 360 damage. I wonder if it's got to work, right?
What?
There's no way that the reason people would level 2 points in the silence and skip phase shift on puck against Ember is because then you could break the shield.
Probably.
But I'm just wondering how the math works out with the increase. Like he was buffed recently. I'm sure it still takes it
Well,
off.
it's
only a
360. It's 360 magic absorption. So you have the 280 illusory orb, and then the 160 waiting rift. So the answer to the question is yes, it will take it off.
10. I believe resistance is factored in.
Oh,
if
I
I'm not
see.
mistaken. So it's like
Even still, I think it
weird.
still takes it off. Probably. I mean, there's
I'm sure
also
it does.
getting
Like
phase shift
10
against
damage.
Ember Spirit doesn't do anything to begin with. So he might just get the extra point because he realizes, hey, if I phase shift, what is that doing? It avoids maybe a tick of damage. That's it. And
He's also a very mobile hero, so I think the increased silence is pretty significant.
Yes, I would agree with that too. So they find the kill into the Troll Warlord in the bottom lane, which is nice. Drow continues to farm. She's the top net worth hero in the game, which is still, for me, very surprising. She currently has level 6, so if you walk up and you take like 2 shots from her, she's going to hit you pretty hard. You need to be very careful with how you approach this for RR, even though you're pretty tanky on the Clockwork.
This is always the most frustrating part as an offlaner, where the carry hits some like power spike, and you're just like, oh my god, please just let me get level 6.
I mean, this is before he has treads, so...
But he's gonna deny everything. Like it's gonna take so long for him to get level 6 on clock.
Dogbrain is gonna get treads now, and we're gonna watch one of these towers die pretty quickly here. Like, this is all you need to be effective in the early game. Meanwhile, they're gonna find the puck in the mid lane. They get off a nice Hex into Earth Spike from Rior. I don't know if he had like an end his rune or something, but he found the initiation, and Jamesy came in with a triple remnant to get the kill, which is nice, and get him some extra net worth to get back into this game.
That 2.5 second Hex at level 1 is pretty efficient. I'm honestly pretty sure that Lion is a incredibly strong hero right now.
I think the issue is what we saw is that he's just very squishy, you know. But if you can counter initiate, you actually can do pretty well, and that's why bottom lane went so well, because they do have that long duration Earth Spike and Hex. It's just the major issue is just you're very squishy. So,
speaking of his long-range initiation,
Dog Brain might be dead. They have level 1 Gus. The Lion Axe can't really stop this. Oh, they see him. And
oh no!
And Shackle does hit onto Lion Axe. The cog
This isn't good.
I don't think that's what they want. Burrow Strike, and now Raging Potato is dead. Can they get more? Clockwork has no cogs.
They're all dead. I think they're all dead.
He's got to get off his... Alright, yeah, he's making it. Fearless is going to get, like, 2 kills. Yep. Alright, this game suddenly got really hard. All of a sudden, like, that's pretty bad that happened.
They are really overcommitting to a lot of these engagements.
Oh, MyPro will die bottom. At least good news there is that Skimberloo and James Z combined up to secure a kill.
Meanwhile, dude, Leshrac needs to chill, man. You can't push up aggressively when your team's making a play like that, because the enemy team will of course know that you're just a free kill, because your team can't help you. It's just it's a communication thing, you know. It could be anyone's fault, but you definitely got to be careful when your team is going for a play and you're going for 1-2 on your own. Jamesy's actually just ganking this bottom lane again.
Yep. They're gonna find MyPro. And meanwhile, they're trying to find Bimbo, but he's going to get back. So Jamesy finds another free kill. So this Leshrac rotates over twice, and he dies because the rest of his team is pushing top, as they should be.
Yeah.
And he just overcommits and...
Well, he needs to be taking the safe farm when this is happening, because, I mean, it's just so dangerous. You just know the enemy team is going to go on you, because they know that your whole team is just sitting top defending the drow. Well, not anymore, actually. They're smoked up on mid lane, but...
Not quite anymore, but, you know, I think Alpha Red are in a good spot. I would prefer if this Leshrac had more levels so he could actually get Edict. Like, even level 1 Edict is super strong, like, for pushing towers. But, like, obviously you want to get Max Split Earth. I don't know if you get Max Split Earth now. He obviously needs the 4th point in Lightning Storm, but...
He's got pretty good setup for the Split Earth. I honestly feel like he could just leave it 3 points to set himself up occasionally, and then just...
I did that the other day where I was playing Leshrac. I had this exact same lane where me and Carlo were playing like Sand King Leshrac, and I went for Lightning Storm into Split Earth, and then I like got 3 points Split Earth finally. Then I got 1 point Edict, and I was like, holy shit! Level 1 Edict actually does a lot of damage to towers.
Oh, you definitely want to level up Edict like as soon as humanly possible. As soon as you think you can. Oh, you can get it. You should get it.
Dogbrain is very far up. That's also a finger that comes out and gets the kill. They're turning this around. It's going to be a good hookshot initiation, but RR gets sprouted, which actually saves MyPro's life. Now Fearless is rotating, and he's got the Dream Quill. Jamesy's going to remnant, but they're getting low. The Burrow Strike coming up. They overcommit here for the Radiant team. Shackle Shot coming in, but that's the epicenter. Bimbo has to run. He's going to use his win run at this point. Rior also on the run. No mana left. Do they have any lockdown is the issue. Lightning Storm,
yeah,
they needed an orb, and with the orb, they just get the kill, or just a Blink Winning Rift is fine, too. So, overcommittal to get the Drow Ranger, and they're going to find another hero, potentially. Shackle Shot, nice. Boombell has no way of getting close enough, but Lionax is doing a lot of damage. Does he have another Sprout in 3? He does, but there's Wind Run back in 2, so they won't be able to get the 4th kill in that fight. Still a very big initiation for Alpha Red, counter initiation, rather, to secure that fight for them.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the Drow die first, and he still takes such a strong fight because of the overcommittal there.
Yeah, they dove really deep. And they use the finger on the Drow, too, so they use all of their, like, big abilities. And then Puck comes in and destroys because they didn't know that he had a Blink Dagger. That's the Blink reveal for the Puck.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense why they got caught off guard there.
Yeah, they were not
Although, really,
that.
I mean... Oh, DD Drow, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, plus she has Dragonlance already. Which is pretty good.
That is a 300 or so, actually more, that's 350 damage Drow.
Yep.
At 12 minutes. 12 minutes, Mott. That Drow has a rapier.
Yeah, she's pretty strong. But they didn't get anything. I'm surprised I guess they didn't want to push because the rest of the team was bottom for Taskus Titans. They didn't want to overcommit and take a fight where they just lose all the advantage they have, which is only 1K at this point, but...
yeah, they were kind of low resources too. Like Puck was a little low. They had lanes to deal with, like side lanes.
Yeah.
So you may as well just regroup, get some split farm for a bit, and then they'll meet up and go for that mid lane tower. And then probably head into Roche if they can take a fight. Anything like the last one. Although Roche is pretty hard to kill nowadays, especially against a Clockwork.
It's so difficult, especially with the heroes they currently have. They're all so freaking squishy. You need to have,
with Drow, Nature's Prophet,
yeah.
maybe it's okay.
I think right now, I'm surprised Alpha Red aren't just giving the Sand King more farm and just trying to get him to a Blink Dagger. Well, he might not need it anyway. Epicenter's going to go. It's a free kill on the Clockwork, which is nice. Decent amount of gold for MyPro to get him close to the Yule Scepter. Some extra gold for the Sand King. That's a nice kill. Can they get anything with it? I don't think they can do Roche. I don't think they can get a tower. They just have to push out the Silence. I really think they should really invest in the Sand King Blink Dagger for now. That's another, like, that's the... I think the biggest item they can get at this point of the game for Alpha Red, in my opinion.
It's pretty damn important. They do have the puck blink to set up, so that is something. But I think that having the puck to initiate and then the counter initiation of the Sand King would be just absolutely insane team fights. Actually, now speaking of the puck, that is.
We were giving him the finger. Hookshot misses from the Clockwork. Lionax is able to swiftly dodge it, but James is still chasing after him. Burrow strike from Boombell to try to get away, but he is dead. I think he tried TPing, and now it was canceled, of course, and he is going to fall. This is going to be 3 kills, excuse me, for Taskus Titans. And that's a pause. Oh, no.
Oh, it's just a drow.
She was bottom anyway. Doesn't matter.
He's just chilling.
All right, well, hopefully this pause doesn't take too long.
That's pretty bad, dude. I mean, that's basically the 3 cores of Alpha Red. I mean, let's be honest. Leshrac isn't really...
Nah,
he's not doing too hot in this game. I mean, he has 4,000 gold, but it's because he's hitting creeps in the lane.
This is not quite the mind control Leshrac we saw the other day when he played it in the Super Major.
No, definitely not. I mean, maybe he'll transition into that now that the laning phase is over. Like he was getting pretty heavily focused. You know, so you could argue that he was making some much needed space because we talked about it. The drow is definitely punishable in that early game.
You know,
weak at laning. You don't like the attack animation. I agree.
I am surprised with how farmed she is that they're not taking more buildings because, like, this troll is getting free farm now. He's gonna have Battle Fury soon. When he gets Battle Fury, they're gonna keep the side waves pushed out a ton. And then you won't really be able to take buildings, I think, anymore. Like, the troll will get a ton of farm. The drow won't be able to keep up is essentially what I'm trying to say. And, like, how do you deal with that?
Oh, yeah, I definitely agree. I don't think drow will keep up with troll at all. I think we'll probably see, if this game goes to, like, 30 minutes, troll will be at least 2 or 3k ahead of drow. Yes. And that's, I mean, drow is ahead of troll right now. That's just how fast this hero farms with the Battle Fury. And then also he can fight too. Like this is one of those heroes that he has that duality of being able to just munch people down while also farming extremely quickly with the Battle Fury. Like people fight with Battle Fury on troll.
Yep.
You know, so there's that. It's super accelerated farm.
He's getting close to that Battle Fury. In the meantime, they're gonna smoke behind the drow and try to get something done, which they really need to do. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say I really think they need to focus on this mid tower because that secures them the Roshan pit, which is good for both teams because it's troll versus a drow lineup. So both teams can actually take Rosh and can potentially push high ground off of a single Aegis. You know, you put Aegis on a drow, you put Aegis on a troll. These heroes just hit towers, get a BKB, and then all of a sudden you can very easily push high ground. So Roche is super important in this game, but they're just going to let it go. Titans don't want to fight this.
They did take the Tier 1 tower top, so they're not, like, they're willing to trade, I think, at this point. Plus, the Battle Fury is flying out now for the Troll Warlords, so he just wants to keep pushing and farming.
It's actually crazy when you press this Drow Aura. There's 2 range creeps spot and a siege wave, so it's pushing in without anybody being down there.
Which is nice. They have Edict now on MyPro. He's going to use it.
I feel like they don't want to take this trade on Taskus.
Look at level 1 Edict. It's so dumb. I know there's a lot of damage coming from Lionax and Dogbrain, but they just take a tier 2 tower for nothing. But
nah, it's good, man. It's like super value. You got 40% extra damage to towers. If you look at, like, each pulse of the level 1 Edict does about as much damage as the Leshrac right click.
Yep.
It's pretty ridiculous, to be honest. Because technically, it's weird. There's hero damage, and hero damage does 25% to towers or something like that. I don't know what the actual number. I think it's 25%. But the Edict damage doesn't count towards that. It's like the Eidolons on Enigma. Like, the Eidolons actually hit as much as Enigma does to the tower, even though they do less damage. And you're like, why is that? Why? It doesn't make any sense. It's because there's actually reduction placed on the hero damage. But with the Edict, it just doesn't work like that. Like, you can literally watch the Edict do the same number as your right clicks, but it's doing it just constantly. You know, it's like munching down the tower.
I did not know this. This is something I've learned now. Thank you for teaching me. Now they're going to be a hookshot, and Lionax is in trouble. He's probably dead. No, maybe not. They get the silence off into RR. Good Dream Coil counter initiate. Somehow they're all still alive. Finally, they're going to lose Lionax, and meanwhile, they'll get the Ember Spirit and turn it into a 2-for-2 trade with MyPro getting a double kill with Pulse Nova. That's a 3 for 2 actually, because the Wind Ranger does die in the backline sniper as well. Dogbrain forced up.
Ooh,
Rior
nice
is mega dead. Dogbrain is hitting like a freaking truck now that he has his Hurricane Pike, and he's also very close to his BKB. After that fight, they're going to ping Roche immediately. That is a 4 for 2 trade and a very big engagement for Alpha Ready there.
That's what happens when you secure that tower, you know? Easy Roche on. How are they going to TP defend this? The Shrine?
They could, but they don't have hookshot now, nor do they have a lot of their abilities in general.
All they need is a support to place a ward right here. Although they are Roshing against a Clockwork.
They do
They
flare.
need to get a ward down ASAP.
They flared. Windrunner is going to power shot, clear out the treants, and with those gone, they need to back up, and they're going to do just that. So, yeah, they need vision. They do have Lion Axe, and he's about to walk into this Windrunner and die.
Oh, what are you thinking? That's where they're...
Yeah, I don't
they're
know.
not going to team to the tier 2. Mid, it's dead. That's where they're going to go.
That was questionable, but that's all right, because they can't take Roche. You know, they're really bad at it.
Insane man right there.
I'm just going to walk high ground without any vision and try to place this ward. No worries. It'll be great. Just kidding,
important.
I'm dead.
It's definitely important, but he went to place the less important ward first and got punished for it. I mean, we do have God View as casters, though, so...
Well, I mean, you don't have to be a caster to know that's not a smart play.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Don't give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay?
Don't try to justify that play.
Relax.
That play was not the play to make. I mean, listen, it's just a Nature's Prophet, so it's not the end of the world. I can justify it in that regard. He's not worth that much. You know,
you know what?
They weren't going to take Roche anyway.
Maybe he was thinking, fuck it, I'm just going to risk this. Like,
Probably.
maybe he knew he might die, but it'd be worth it because his life
But that
isn't
doesn't excuse
valuable.
it, though, is the issue. You know?
Maybe it does. Maybe it was next level.
No.
Maybe it was next level play.
All right, listen. You know, it was a good try,
Dude,
Lion Axe,
I'm a Nature's Prophet player, dude. I just know how it is, you know? Sometimes you're just like, well, fuck
You could have just waited like 10 seconds to make treants, walk them up the high ground, then ward. There's literally that option, and he decided not to do that.
Mott, stop using logic on me. I'm an emotional person, okay?
Oh, I know that.
This Nature's Prophet is an emotional... Oh, he's doing...
Why did he do it again? What are you doing? Stop walking high ground. There's no reason to do this. They're going to deward you now. They're just going to sentry.
That's worth it. Now he knows they're all there, though.
Oh, my God. All right, they killed the Clockwork. I guess he made some space. That's still so... That's not right.
Are they not dewarding it? Dude, that's worth it if they don't deward that.
How do you not deward that?
I don't know.
There's really one reason for the Nature's Prophet to be there. Maybe two if he's buying an item from the secret shop, but there's really just one reason.
Yeah. TP to the enemy's secret shop to buy an item.
Yeah, I just gotta get my, I don't know, Orb of Venom or something, which I don't even think you can buy from the secret shop anymore, which is ridiculous. It's just, oh my God, that's so... There's no reason to be. It's gonna work, which makes it.
They can Roche now because of this.
It's actually bad that it's going to work out for him. Like it really shouldn't. Now they're going to deward. They actually had they had a courier fly over this. They'll finally say they use a second sentry when there's one right here instead of just having the courier fly up onto the Uber cliff. And now they have to.
Oh yeah, even though the courier was just there. What is going on in this game?
I don't know.
What is going on?
I have no idea. That shouldn't have happened.
Needs to TP around and ward more cliffs. I think that's the play this game. Like Lion-X just is not TPing in and feeding toward cliffs enough. That honestly, that's.
How many deaths does he have? 6? Yeah, he could be at 10 right now if he was really trying to get his
He
numbers
could easily
up.
be at 10. If he was like a Mind Controller Admiral Bulldog level Nature's Prophet, he'd have 10 deaths right now because he'd be just warding cliffs. Like this cliff right here would be warded and sentryed by the enemy team.
Yeah, but
this cliff,
the difference
maybe even his own cliff.
The difference between him and Mind Control and Admiral Bulldog is the fact that they would have had courier 3 courier kills. He does not have 1 yet, so that's
because he's too busy making space.
Oh, Dogbrain, fingered. He's pretty tanky. He does have a Force Staff. They have the Clockwork. Oh my God, they actually just focused him from like 100 to 0. They just locked him down. They actually stun locked him. Still, they get a double kill with the Nature's Wrath. So it's actually not a bad trade. The Troll is coming with Battle Fury. He has Blink Dagger now, by the way. Now working at a BKB.
Oh, hey, look, he's 3k ahead. And holy crap, level 17.
I don't know about that initiation Bloom Bell. You might be dead. Dream Coil comes out, but I don't think they have the damage without the Drow Ring, to be honest. Even with the My Pro Leshrac. He has no mana, actually.
Maybe they do.
This is a very... not a good fight for them.
Sanking has no blink. Sanking has no... His blink was down. If Sanking blink is up, I think that's good, because he can just blink set up Epi, and they couldn't interrupt it with anything. Maybe Cogs or something, but... They had to be so careful. There's so much magical damage on the side of Alpha Red.
Yeah.
Like, they can take people... Oh
what
my
are you
God,
doing?
what?
Why? Why? Oh my God, he's gonna live! Are you kidding me?
God.
How does he live there? There's no way that should happen.
I gotta say, this is the most interesting Nature's Prophet play that I've seen in a long time.
Interesting is a synonym, I'm sure, for something that I'm not sure what it is, but
Space creation.
sure, that sounds fine. He is definitely making some interesting quote-unquote plays, but yeah, I mean,
Sentry's his own clip. He's getting a little bit of revenge because it's like those bastards.
all right, so Taskus Titans have a 3K lead on their Troll Warlord. He has BKB now with Blink and Battle Fury, so he essentially can fight. The Ember Spirit went Maelstrom, as you see a lot of Ember Spirits do nowadays. He's going to work on his BKB. Speaking of Maelstrom, the Wind Ranger did the same thing. If they take a fight where they get the initiation and they actually can hit people, they will win the fight, I think. Although...
yeah, I'm 100% sure that Titans are going to slaughter Alpha Red in the next fight. Like, their timing was to get a lot before the Troll had this BKB Battle Fury Blink.
Wind Ranger's dead, I think.
I don't think any of the other heroes in the game matter at this point. Like, Troll can almost 1v5 with this, as long as he's careful with his BKB.
Well, that's the tricky part. Do they have anything that goes through BKB? No, right? They have actually nothing. They could Sprout him, theoretically.
Yeah, Coil, maybe. Coil, but he's got Battle Fury for the Sprout, too.
Oh, he is going Ags on the puck. Well, I mean, he went Lincoln's Ale, now trying to go to Ags and bots.
I would be very surprised if this isn't, like, a full team wipe with the Troll BKB.
Uh-oh, hook
yeah,
shot.
they're going to fight this, too.
Cock push, BKB. RR is in. Here comes Skimberloo. He didn't get a
he's
single
not
bash.
bashing at all.
He didn't get a single bash there,
my
and he's
God.
actually dead because he didn't use his BKB. That was that was what you were talking about. He actually needed to use his BKB correctly. He did not do so, and he died immediately. And that's
We need wards.
Yep.
If only he had the Nature's Prophet warding.
Bimbo will find a double kill, but he's going to die back. Meantime, they're going to find Brior, who will also die. The only survivor
Alpha
of this
Red
fight
are
is...
actually just about to rax them.
Yeah, exactly. They have no buybacks except for the clockwork and the line. Well, that was Skimberloo.
God,
You got to press the BKB button.
I was hyping up the BKB so much, and then he goes and doesn't press it. Oh, they're gonna take Roche instead. I guess
They're too low on the
low,
Drow
so
Ranger. If she walks up and gets like sleight of fisted, she might die. So it's safer to just
lucky.
take Roche.
That's really lucky. You can't screw that up like a couple more times, and it doesn't even matter that the Troll is so strong in this game. He's very unlucky not bashing that Drow though.
He hit her like 5 times. Like
usually you bash.
in my games, if I'm playing against a Troll and the Troll jumps on me there and I'm the Drow Ranger, that's a first hit bash. Almost always. Every game.
For sure.
Like, and you too,
Guaranteed.
I'm sure of it too. Like, you play this game and all of a sudden you get first hit bash, you're like, great, excellent game, Valve, real good stuff. In this game, Dogbrain's like, thank you, Jesus. Although they're gonna fight this, it looks like. Remnant in, they kill the Nature's Prophet, they get, wow, that was the weirdest interaction I've ever seen. In the meantime, they're still going to get a couple kills. Skimberloo finally pops the BKB. It doesn't matter, it doesn't look like he's still dead. And they're gonna have to get out though. Remnant back at him for Jamesy. And actually, Dogbrain in trouble. Burrow Strike keeping Dogbrain alive for now, but they're cleaning house here on this Radiant team. The timing window is too good for this Taskus Titan squad, and it's an ultra kill for Jamesy. That's his BKB done, and guess what? Roche is sitting at 600 HP, and boy, is it dead. What a fight from Jamesy. I mean, the rest of the team did some work, but man, did he really actually crush that engagement.
I mean, when you press the BKB on Troll, it basically means that in order to kill him, everybody has to just sit there and right-click him, which means Jamesy can just go ape.
Yeah, which
like,
he did.
Which he did. That's good. That's just the timing. There's not much that can be done. Just given the heroes on the Alpha Red side, it's just Taskus Titans. I mean, Troll and Ember, like, name 2 more ridiculously strong late game heroes. You don't late game against these heroes. Like, they'll completely destroy you, demolish you. Even 1v5 maybe. Even against megas, these heroes can end the game.
I mean, it also helps that they have a Wind Ranger who does a lot of damage in these fights. I know I've talked about Bimbo dying a lot, but the thing is that Wind Ranger can actually hit you, not with just Power Shot, but with her Focus Fire, with her auto attacks, she does a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was actually doing a lot to the Drow in that fight.
Yep. So Drow needs another way to survive besides just this BKB and Hurricane Pike, which is a lot of survivability already. I just don't know how you stay alive on this hero, to be honest.
It's hard because he's so important to stay alive that he's like obviously gonna get focused.
Maybe Manta?
I mean, honestly, it's like it's on his team. Like, his team needs to peel from him.
Okay.
I think. Like, I don't think there's enough items that he's gonna be able to. He can't outpace 2 heroes. Like, he cannot outpace 3 heroes. Honestly, Wind Ranger, Ember, and Troll are all gonna be destroying him. Like you cannot outpace an entire enemy team. Like they need to get glimmers. They need to get 4 staffs for him, which they have one on Sand King. Leshrac kind of has like self-protecting items though, which is good for protecting himself. But honestly, we saw how much damage the drow did in that fight. If they can just keep drow alive.
Oh, here we go. Epicenter coming out from Boombell. They will find, however, this fearless puck. He's not dead yet. He's actually going to get the phase shift off. They're going to try to turn this around. Scamberloo pops the BKB. MyPro as an Andis that he just purchased up, and now he will stay alive at least for a moment longer. Scamberloo's still trying to do damage, but if he runs back in with his BKB down, he will die to MyPro. Earthspike comes out. They're looking for Boombell, who's completely out of mana with the mana drain coming in. The Shackle Shot were latched. That will be the 2 kills they get. Them and Lion Axe. Now they're going to try to find the puck, but Fearless is going to make it out with a TP scroll. And it's another good fight for Taskus Titans. This Troll Warlord, very tricky to fight into now.
The great thing about having Lion on your team, too, with like hyper late game cores, is that almost no matter what items the enemy team gets, the Lion will be able to disable them for you to just mow them down. You know, the Hex Earth Spike combo. Like, there's very few heroes that can survive a troll hitting while Lion hexes.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even need items. He's just so good in the late game because he has a built-in cheap stick, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then also follow-up stun for it and follow-up damage.
Someday he'll get the level 25 town and he'll have the 325 AoE hex or something. Although I think... Do people go for the Earth Spike range at level 25? Nobody gets there anyway.
I've never seen Lion get level 25.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Since talents have been added, I have not seen Lion get to level 25.
I've seen it once or twice, but it's usually at the end of the game when the throne is dying, and somebody just starts out a long Earth Spike, and they make a dick joke, and it's just, that's so funny, wow.
Oh, that is good. I didn't think about that,
We're a bunch of grade schoolers, honestly, dude.
It does look like a big dick.
Yeah, it does. We're honestly a bunch of fucking 10-year-olds, I swear to God. I remember the first time I ever swore in 5th grade. People thought I was a god. I'm still that kid, you know.
Yeah, I know, dude. I remember the first time I heard swearing in grade 5 or whatever. But then I realized that my dad probably shouldn't be speaking to me like that.
Oh, why did I have a feeling that was coming? Oh my God.
You knew.
Jesus Christ. Anyway,
I could go so much darker with that one, but I won't. I'll save.
Do you want to hear a real story of swearing that's actually... Well, hold on that, because Jamesy might die. He does have Aegis and BKB, so I don't think they can actually kill him. He's going to just run it away. So, when I was like 10, a friend of mine, who was my best friend at the time, he started saying like "fuck" all the time, and I'm just like, I had no idea what that meant. And I went home and I asked my mom, "Mom, what does fuck mean?" And she proceeded to yell at me and say, "Never say that word again." And that was my introduction to swears, and it was great.
When I went home and asked my mom about fuck, she said, "I don't know, I'm a little tired."
Oh, come on, Jesus Christ! Oh God.
I'm just letting it all loose.
Yeah, I can tell.
Letting it all out.
Anyway, they're gonna take a tier 2 tower. MKB done for the Drow Ranger, so she has a way of dealing with the troll, at least through the whirling axes, but still kind of tricky. They are pushing mid pretty heavily. They actually have to TP home with the Troll Warlord instead of pushing high ground with the Aegis.
That's the thing with the Drow Aura, is that you have just a hero split pushing like a puck, and he can actually do tower damage. Although
he's alright.
Windranger, dude, Windranger's level 19.
Yeah, she's pretty up there for an offlaner anyway. My pro's 2 levels behind her.
Is it just me, or does this seem to happen a lot when you have these like Windranger dual lanes, that the hero that's supposed to be the core just ends up doing kind of poorly in the game? The Windranger's just like, okay.
Oh yeah,
and then it's just
I completely forgot this Windranger was not a core at the beginning of this game.
It's a support. That's a 4-0, man.
It's because Power Shot and the level 10 talent are so good at splitting up side lanes and getting farm that you just get way more than you should on this hero.
Yeah.
And you actually get really good farm, and it's really.
And then when you get the Maelstrom, it's like, ooh, same thing happening.
That was not a good epi burrow. Skimberloo just stands there.
He tipped 8.
I would tip him too after that. I would 100% tip him.
Tipped. Oh man, look at this smoke.
Yep, they're gonna kill some dog brain. Hexed up, hook shot misses. Oh, he is so dead. Oh my God.
You know why he died? Because he was opening the screen to tip.
Yep. I'm sure that's it.
To tip the troll. I'm 100% sure that's why he died.
It's not because he was farming and he didn't have any vision of the enemy smoke or anything.
Dude, Dogbrain's gonna get kicked after this game for that. It's like, dude, you gotta tip faster. You gotta be faster with your tips. Like, that's part of the strat now for these pro teams.
You know, I think they might have lost this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Alfred might have lost.
I think before you said that, I was thinking something else. But now that you mentioned it, I think also.
No, you weren't. You were thinking that exact thing.
I definitely was thinking the exact thing. You're right.
There's no way they win this game. Like, as long as you use your items correctly and you get an extra Roche, like, it's fine. My pro is already out of mana. Like, all they have to do is mana drain him, and he's useless, actually. There's no drought for another... Okay, they're all dead. They're all dead. Oh. Scamberloo jumped in. They're all dead. And that's going to be... Well, luckily, the creep wave is actually... They cut the wave. They cut the wave. That keeps their racks alive. That could have been game-ending right there.
It was the Natures that did that, right?
Yeah, it had to be.
It was so subtle, we didn't even see it.
He's about to do it again.
Plays.
He is about to do it again. He has a TP. They need a hook shot or something, which is down for another, like, 30 seconds.
Oh, that's 3 trans. That is 3 trans right there.
That's oh, see you later, buddy.
Oh, he is.
Was it worth it? Probably. He's only dead for 45 seconds anyway.
He went for the 35 move speed talent, too. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, you never see that.
I don't know. I don't actually play this hero.
No, it's like you're teleporting around all the time. You don't really need movement speed. You just teleport somewhere different, you know?
I guess he's thinking, what is the 35 damage going to get him? He's going to die before he gets it off anyway. Epicenter to be channeled again.
That was a good stun.
That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good.
That was beautiful.
They don't have BKB on Scamberloo, so he's dead, actually. But here comes the Wind Ranger, and she's focus firing and killing people. It's a finger on Dogbrain. Jamesy is in there. Dogbrain's dead again. They buy back into the Sand King. Jamesy's still going to work. Aeon Disc is up at 8. He's not going to get it off, I don't think. Unless he gets forced away. It's going to be close. Oh, my God. He's actually going to get it off. No, he will not. Triple kill for Jamesy. He was very close. They found the hook shot onto Boombell. He's going to get caught. This is a dieback for him if he does go down. He's no mana left. He's going to stick up with the Solidificering Chains. Ultra kill for Jamesy. Again, a second ultra kill in this game. They still can't push high ground, even with that ultra kill.
And he leaped out and started farming Ancients immediately. So that's some really solid efficiency play right there from Jamesy.
Yeah. And Roche is up in 43 seconds. This game should have been over probably 5 minutes ago, except for the Nature's Prophet, pushing and keeping the waves pushed out. Otherwise, this game is over, I think.
I gotta say, he's very cheeky on Nature's Prophet. Like, almost to the point where I'm kind of annoyed because I'm putting myself in the position of the enemy team. It's like, oh my God, can this guy just let the game end?
That's how I feel right now, actually. I feel the exact same way because he's just making really good Nature's Prophet plays, but this hero's cancerous, so it's frustrating to watch.
It is a cancer hero for sure. He's so cheeky that his like earlier plays looked so ridiculous, but now it's it actually saved the Mirax.
We had
and at tier 3.
Yeah, it's true. We had a LAN party with it was Slack's Dane, who's our accountant who comes over a lot. Me, Andrew, and Carlo.
Dane's a great guy.
Dane's a cool dude. Well, hold that thought. They're probably gonna kill this puck, or do they not have focus fire, or what happened?
I don't know, focus fire,
I guess the Lincoln Sphere.
Oh, he canceled the Lincolns with the focus fire so he could get the shackle off.
All right, well, anyway.
It's a nice play.
They we had us 5 versus Sunsfan, Saginine, Glex, and Trent, and somebody else. I can't remember who.
Dude, Dane's pretty high rated.
Dane is very good. So we essentially just relied on Dane to carry us. Trent, I knew he had been picking a lot of Nature's Prophet, and I told Andrew we might want to ban it at some point. We didn't ban it. He picks it, and that was the only reason that game did not go even easier for us. We crushed that game, and the only reason it went like 20 minutes longer than it should have is because Trent was a Nature's Prophet, and that was one of the most frustrating experiences with Dota I've ever had. It's just so dumb that you just have to deal with this hero all the time. But it's good for Linux.
Have you seen the Dominator build on Nature's? You just cut waves with Dominator.
That sounds awful. That sounds really cancerous.
It's really cancer because you just take backdoor off, TP to the other side of the map, and hit towers there. Oh, that is a double damage troll blinking in.
Yeah, but that's a good sprout, actually. And they did force the BKB for Dogbrain. Hook shot. Oh, RR. You can't hook the creeps, buddy. That's just... Come on. Anyway, Sand King's dead. Fearless is going to get out, probably. He's going to get Spirit Vessel, but he's going to jaunt away. Dire Courier dies. They kind of need, like, Ags or something on this Clockwork, to be honest.
Where did Dire Courier die? Oh, Wind Ranger. Okay, that makes sense.
They have the mid-wave pushing in. It is time to push high ground, folks. Although they have, like, no mana for RR, which is kind of an issue.
All right, Lion X, let's see if you can do it again, buddy.
I think
you've been doing it all game.
He's doing it again.
Here he goes.
They already have a. They just need to keep this wave alive. They're gonna glyph it, and they also glyph Lion X TPing in, which is nice. But it at least pushes the wave back.
You've one job, Puck. You gotta kill that wave.
They're gonna get racks. Even if the wave dies, they're still gonna be not backdoor protected in time. They've already used glyph, so
Guess that's troll for you there.
And they just go bottom now. Nature's Wrath isn't even going to kill this. The Illusory Orb will finally kill the wave, and they'll get another tier 3. I don't know when the backdoor is going to kick in. Might not be in time for them to keep the melee racks alive.
Ma, would you believe me if I told you that Lionx actually ended up dying in that? Oh, he bought back. Would you
I would
imagine
have
if I
believed
told you?
you, and I still do believe you.
Yeah.
He's
he
gonna
did.
TP to try to defend again, and he's gonna die again, and the game's gonna end.
Okay. I'll take that.
Action.
I'll take that bet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe he
that's-
won't do that. I